All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Over 1,000 waterways being developed in the country to make modern cruise ships sail in Indian rivers. Gross GST collection in December goes up by 15% to nearly 1.5 lakh crore rupees. India asks Pakistan to release 633 Indians languishing in Pakistani jails. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar says Russia-Ukraine conflict is a matter of deep concern. Calls upon both countries to return to dialogue and diplomacy. And in under-19 women's cricket, India to take on hosts South Africa in 4th T20 at Pretoria this evening. The centre has said that more than 1,000 waterways are being constructed in the country, and its aim is to make modern cruise ships sail in Indian rivers. With substantial development of waterways, India's cruise tourism sector is all set to embark on a grand new journey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated this while prime chairing the second meeting of National Ganga Council in Kolkata on Friday via video conferencing. Mr. Modi announced that on the 13th of this month, the world's longest river cruise will sail from Kashi to reach Dibrugarh via Bangladesh, travelling through 2,300 kilometres. During the meeting, the Prime Minister emphasised the importance of Jan Andolan and public participation in the cleanliness of the river. He said each citizen needs to take a vow to keep Ma Ganga clean, and only then all the government arrangements will be successful. Mr. Modi added that purity of Ma Ganga is our common heritage and also our responsibility. He mentioned that our forefathers had given us a precious heritage, and it is our destiny to hand over this heritage to future generations in the same condition and with same purity. Prior to the meeting, the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone and dedicated Namami Gange and drinking water and sanitation projects to the nation via video conferencing. The Prime Minister inaugurated 7 sewerage infrastructure projects at a cost of more than 990 crore rupees. These projects will add sewage treatment capacity of over 200 million litres per day in the state of West Bengal. He also laid the foundation stone of 5 sewerage infrastructure projects to be developed under National Mission for Clean Ganga at an estimated cost of 1,585 crore rupees. Union Minister for Jal Shakti, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, said that significant improvement has been achieved on all verticals under Namami Gange program. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar spelled out the initiatives of the ministry for the promotion of natural farming in the Ganga Basin states. Union Minister of Shipping Sarbanand Sonowal said that his ministry will provide all necessary help for developing River Ganga waterways to give a boost to river tourism and economic activity. The gross goods and services tax GST revenue collected in December 2022 is nearly 1,50,000 crore rupees. The Finance Ministry said the GST revenues are 15% higher than the GST revenues in the same month last year. During the month, revenues from import of goods was 8% higher, and the revenues from domestic transactions were 18% higher than the revenues from these sources during the same month last year. The ministry said the total revenue of the centre is 63,380 crore rupees and the states is 64,451 crore rupees after regular settlements in December last year. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that Russia-Ukraine conflict is a matter of deep concern. In an interaction with the Indian diaspora in Vienna, Austria, he said India is on the side of peace and therefore has been urging both the countries to return to dialogue and diplomacy. Dr. Jaishankar said Prime Minister Narendra Modi had declared in September that this is no longer an era of war where you should settle differences and issues through violence and conflict. Dr. Jaishankar held a meeting with Austria's Chancellor Karl Nehammer in Vienna and said both sides agreed to enhance bilateral cooperation. In a tweet, the External Affairs Minister appreciated his insights on European Union policies and the Ukraine conflict and discussed the Indo-Pacific and West Asia. They agreed to enhance bilateral cooperation and value Austria's support towards the improvement of India-EU ties, Dr. Jaishankar added. Earlier yesterday, he held talks with Bulgarian President Rumen Georgiev Radev in Vienna. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar informed that they discussed strengthening of cooperation in the context of Make in India, nearshoring, and building resilient supply chains between the countries. Dr. Jaishankar also held his first diplomatic engagement of the year with Austrian Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg. The minister thanked his Austrian counterpart for inviting them to join the traditional New Year's concert in Vienna. This is the first external affairs minister level visit from India to Austria in the last 27 years. India has asked Pakistan to release and repatriate 631 Indian fishermen and 2 civilian prisoners who have completed their jail term and whose nationality has been confirmed. The External Affairs Ministry said that Islamabad has also been urged to provide immediate consular access to the remaining 30 fishermen and 22 civilian prisoners who have been in Pakistan's custody and are believed to be Indian. New Delhi made the request in the context of the exchange of the lists of civilian prisoners and fishermen by both the countries as part of a practice to do so on January the 1st and July the 1st of every calendar year under the framework of a 2008 pact. The MEA said Pakistan has been requested to ensure the safety, security and welfare of all Indian and believed to be Indian civilian prisoners and fishermen pending their release and repatriation to India. The ministry said India shared lists of 339 Pakistani civilian prisoners and 95 Pakistani fishermen currently in Indian custody. It said the government has called for early release and repatriation of civilian prisoners, missing Indian defence personnel and fishermen along with their boats for Pakistan's custody. India and Pakistan yesterday exchanged through diplomatic channels simultaneously at New Delhi and Islamabad the lists of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custody, MEA said in a statement. 8 coaches of Bandra Terminus Jodhpur Surya Nagari Express train derailed in Rajasthan in the early hours today. The express train derailed between Kiabas Bomadra section of Jodhpur division at 3:27 a.m. North Western Railway in a tweet informed that no casualties have been reported in the incident. An accident relief train and higher officials have reached the spot. The General Manager of North Western Railways and other high officials are monitoring the situation. Railways has also issued helpline numbers. For Jodhpur, the helpline numbers are 0291 265 4979, 0291 265 4993, 0291 262 4125 and 0291 243 1646. For Pali Marwad, the helpline number is 0293 225 0324. Passengers and their family members can also contact 138 and 1072 for any information. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In Jammu and Kashmir, the historical Mughal Road, the alternative national highway connecting twin border districts of Rajouri Poonch with the Shopian district of Kashmir Valley, has been permanently closed for this winter season owing to heavy snowfall and slippery conditions. Due to heavy snow accumulation at Pir Ki Gali top and its adjoining areas of both sides, slippery conditions and decline in temperature, the road cannot be thrown open for traffic this winter. The regulatory authorities have confirmed that the weather condition is not suitable to open this road now. India Meteorological Department has forecast that dense fog and cold wave conditions will continue to prevail in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar in the coming days. Talking to AIR News, senior scientist in the IMD, R.K. Jainamani said that cold wave conditions will continue to sweep Rajasthan also. For Delhi, he predicted further drop in temperature and a fresh spell of cold wave on the 3rd of January.
the temperature over Delhi has further fallen, and now the temperature is 5 to 6 degrees centigrade. And for the North India, the dense fog to very dense fog prevailed over, mainly covered Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, and has impacted railway and flight also. Cold wave will continue to prevail over Rajasthan. Temperature has fallen last night 4 to 6 degrees, and the prediction is that we have given orange warning for mainly Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, and we are for dense fog and cold wave. Delhi last 2 days has reported only shallow fog and everything is normal. However, in Delhi there is a likelihood that on third night cold wave may return and temperature may fall up to 4 degrees.
In Uttar Pradesh, cold wave along with dense fog have disrupted normal life. In many districts, schools have been closed or rescheduled by administration. We have more from our correspondent.
Due to dense fog, visibility was very low today morning, resulting in traffic snarl and road accidents. In Hathras district, 3 people died and 3 got seriously injured due to collision between a tractor and car because of the poor visibility. Dense fog has affected rail and air services also, are running hours behind their scheduled time due to dense fog. Cold wave has made life miserable for people living on streets because minimum temperature is hovering between 5 to 8 degrees Celsius in many districts. Administration has closed schools up to 8th in many districts because of cold wave, while timing of classes have also been changed in some districts. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Indian under-19 women cricket team will take on host South Africa in the 4th T20 of the 5-match series in Pretoria today. The match will start at 5:15 in the evening. Indian women are currently leading the series 1-0 after the first 3 matches. India under-19 women won the first match by 54 runs, while the next 2 matches were abandoned due to rain. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has been sworn in as the 39th President of Brazil for the 3rd time. The veteran left-wing politician, known widely as Lula, also led the country between 2003 and 2010 and narrowly defeated far-right incumbent Jair Bolsonaro in October's poll. 77-year-old Lula won the presidential polls last year after a hiatus that saw him spend a year and a half behind bars on corruption convictions that were later overturned. The inauguration ceremony began with a car parade, musical performances. In his first speech, Lula vowed to rebuild the country in terrible ruins. In our bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak at 9:30 tonight, we will bring you a live discussion on yoga for health and wellness with yoga instructor Dr. Surakshit Goswami. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on importance and benefits of yoga. Listeners can ask the questions from 9:30 p.m. onwards tonight on telephone numbers 011-237-17106 and 011-233-14444. You can also post your queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Renu Kataria.
Thank you, Sunil. GST revenue in December 2022 was up 15% to nearly 1.5 lakh crore rupees, making it the 3rd highest collection ever, reports Hindustan Times. India and Pakistan exchanged the customary list of nuclear installations on 1st January. India asks Pakistan to release 633 Indians in jails, writes the Asian Age. The International Year of Millets begins. 140 Indian embassies to participate in events, headlines The Statesman. Corporate majors, tech firms, lenders and hotels are taking initiatives to bring in electric vehicle fleets and encouraging employees to buy electric vehicles, writes the Economic Times. After the success of iPhone production in India, the government is set to boost incentive scheme to kickstart manufacturing of MacBooks and iPads at a time when Apple looks at a China Plus One strategy, reports the Times of India. And finally, the result of 2% random testing of international arrivals reveals a low COVID-19 positivity rate of 0.94% so far, writes the Tribune. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Renu. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Over 1,000 waterways being developed in the country to make modern cruise ships sail Indian rivers. Gross GST collection in December goes up by 15% to nearly 1.5 lakh crore rupees. India asks Pakistan to release 633 Indians languishing in Pakistani jails. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar says Russia-Ukraine conflict is a matter of deep concern, calls upon both countries to return to dialogue and diplomacy. And in under-19 women's cricket, India to take on host South Africa in 4th T20 at Pretoria this evening. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.